have your way, but I will have my say. You will have your way, but I can have my say. You can use the gavel, and I will use my voice. Order 38. And I just take the last part of Order 38. That is order of the business. Mr. President, the order of the business says, number 10, that our business for the day will be based on the order paper. The order paper does not contain this. And for God's sake, this is a very, very, very important matter. We should not in any way try to use the position of the Senate, because the order paper is clear, and we have been doing this. I have no problem having them to come here and explain whatever. We have been doing that, but we follow known procedures. And that is, if today this thing has to be taken, you now quickly ask for supplementary order paper that will reflect this. And as you said, this is a very, very important matter. It is not a matter that you just come and tell us after we are doing business of the day.
Tax reform bill, which essentially is why I have not brought these bills for second reading, because we felt there was a need for us to be able to also ask questions, apart from listening to them, to be able to ask questions. So essentially, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, the few strangers we are bringing will include, like I said, 2 tax experts and consultants from different parts of the country, as well as the DG of Budget Office and the chairman of FIRS. Again, the essence of this is for them to come and speak to the integrity of the tax reform bills, and to also enable our colleagues ask questions, after which we'll be able to do our own closed-door session and hold our own further interaction before we proceed, or before we take any further legislative action on those bills. I so move, Mr. President.
Okay, order. What order?
Order 12. And by your leave, let me read. Privilege of the floor. No person shall be admitted in the Senate while in session, except the following, and only by the consent of the Senate. And it goes like this. Number 8. The President or Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and their private secretaries. Number B. Former elected President and former elected Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number C. Former President and former Deputy President of the Senate. Number D. Former Senators and Senators-elect. Number E. Members of the House of Representatives. Number I. Judges of the Supreme Court. Number G. Former clerks and former Sergeant-at-Arms of the Senate. Number H. Secretary to the Government of the Federation while carrying out a message from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number I. Former Speaker and former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. Number J. Ambassadors and Ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number K. Governors of State and former elected governors. Number 8. Members of the national legislatures of foreign countries only on official duties. Number N. Officers and employees of the Senate in the discharge of their official duties. Number 2. The chamber shall not be granted for any other purpose than the use of the Senate. Mr. Speaker, I read through some of these things, and I listened to the leader most appropriately. I don't see anywhere whereby the senators should allow these people to come here and make the kind of interactions they so want. However, committees of the Senate and Appropriation can invite for the interaction of this manner, no, but not the Senate in session. I think our rule does not cover invitation to consultants or any official of government to come and brief the senators. I so submit.
Thank you very much. This issue of the tax bill is something that Nigerians are interested to know much about it. I'm coming. Now, I'll call you. The House of Reps did almost the same thing. So we felt, excuse me, I'm coming. We feel that it's important so that we cover this matter live. We'll go clause by clause, bring the consultant. Let us look at the entire thing. And then we will see everything. And also Nigerians will also have the privilege of knowing everything about the bill. And thereafter, of course, we'll now decide what we need to do. We just want to make the entire process very, very much inclusive, to carry everybody along, all Nigerians along. So I think probably he came under the wrong rule. He's going to rephrase his request, and then it's up to the Senate if you want that to be done, and if you don't want to be done, fine. But what the leader wants to do, and of course the committee, is to open the entire thing, let it be known by all, let Nigerians know about the bill, let us know about the bill, let consultants tell us what is there, let the crafters of the bill, that is FRS, tell us about the bill. We want to make it as open as possible. We want to carry along everybody, all Nigerians. So this is what we want to do. Except we don't want openness, the intention is to open up to allow everyone to know. You may rephrase your
Mr. President.
Excuse me. Your point of order is noted, but I want to rephrase so that we can have it done formally without any problem. Leader, you have the floor.
Mr. President, the point of order raised by most distinguished, highly respected, well-revered former leader of the House and of the Senate, distinguished Senator Abdul Ningi. Mr. President, let me clarify. My motion was for suspension, not invocation, of Order 12. Order 12 talks about those who are privileged to speak in this hallowed chamber, as well as the exceptions that can be granted. But when a motion is moved for suspension, it means that rule does not apply again. In addition, sir, for the purpose of our working relationship, let me also amend my motion by saying that in addition to my motion for suspension of Order 12 on floor privileges, I'm also coming under Order 1B, which says in all cases where there is no specific provision or rule, the Senate shall regulate its own procedure. So, Mr. President, let it be said that my motion is based on both the invocation of Order 1B of our rules as well as the suspension of Order 12 of our rules. Nigerians need to know, and we also want to know. Let's hear these people. Let's ask them questions. And that's why I've chosen that we go this way before I bring my bill for second reading. After this, we'll still have our own closed door session tomorrow as colleagues to further discuss this issue. It's a matter of urgent public importance. I so move, Mr. President.
Manuel Leader, can you second the motion?
Colleagues, I second the motion ably moved by the Senate Leader. I so second.
We should allow the Nigerians to know what is happening about the bill. We should also educate ourselves about the bill. And in that respect, the motion has been moved by the leader and seconded by my Manuel Leader. Those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Order 38. And I just take the last part of Order 38. That is order of the business. Mr. President, the order of the business says, number 10, that our business for the day will be based on the order paper. The order paper does not contain this. And for God's sake, this is a very, very, very important matter. We should not in any way try to use the position of the Senate, because the order paper is clear and we have been doing this. I have no problem having them to come here and explain whatever. We have been doing that, but we follow known procedures. And that is, if today this thing has to be taken, you now quickly ask for supplementary order paper that will reflect this. And as you said, this is a very, very important matter. It is not a matter that you just come and tell us after we are doing business of the day. Mr. President, you can have your way, but I will have my say. You will have your way, but I can have my say. You can use the gavel, and I will use my voice. This thing is very sensitive. Our people have been dominated by this matter. When you say it's matter of urgent national importance, yes, we do have matters of urgent national importance. But even those matters normally is referred to the next legislative date or another legislative date. Please, I beg you in the name of God, in the name of God, this matter is very, very important to not only us, but Nigerians that we represent. And we swear by Bible and Holy Quran that will represent the interests of the people. These people partially have spoken. The governors, the National Economic Council, and that makes
you have made your point. Can I respond to you?
You can rule me out of order.
Let me respond. Let me respond to you now, please. Acting on fact. Excuse me. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order, please. Order.
You, because you are sitting there saying saying it's written.
Allow me. I know.
Tell him to read it.
Are you saying, Mr. President, that a senator?
No, leave me. Allow me. Wait a minute.
Is that fair to yourself? Now rule me out of order.
Okay, thank you very much. We're giving you a chance to speak. Please, I refer you to order 1B, which the leader came under. Can you read order 1B for me, please? Can you read order 1B? Okay. Order 1B read as follows. In all cases not provided for in this standing order, or by sessional or other orders or practice of the Senate shall by resolution regulate its procedure. This is what we have just done. This is the resolution that was just passed. You needed to have known what we have done. I therefore rule you out of order. Leader of the Senate, distinguished Senator Ndume has been the one clamoring for openness in this arrangement. We want to be open. We want Nigerians to know, want everybody to know what's wrong here. We are trying to make everything open, live. Let everybody listen. The chairman of is here. And why are you saying you don't want that to be done? This is wrong.
I want to present the team of stakeholders and tax law experts that we have invited to come and shed light on the tax reform bills. And Mr. President, let me say that regardless of what is on our order paper, the order paper does not take precedence over our rules. And that is the essence of order 1B that you have ruled on, that at any point the Senate shall regulate its own procedure. And I will, at this point, Mr. President, ask that you recognize Chief Whip.
Yes. Mohammed Ali Ndume, resume your seat. Distinguished Senator Asuko, resume your seat.
Mr. President, I will leave the order of proceedings at your discretion. But let me say that we have the experts here led by the executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. I believe we also have the DG of the Budget Office here, along with other very eminent experts that we will listen to. And at the end of their presentation, Mr. President, I also pray that you allow any of our distinguished colleagues who may have questions to ask those questions. This is not second reading of our bill. I have not brought it for second reading. It is just for them to come and shed light on this. I thank you.
Chairman, FIRS, DG Budget Office and other experts that have been invited to appear before the Senate. What we want to do today is for you to explain to us, and indeed the entire Nigerians, what this bill entails. And then we'll, of course, go to look at the bill clause by clause. What you want to do
takes. So please be open and try to be simple in your explanation. Don't go technical, so that I will understand the content of the bill. It's in line with our resolve to be so open, to bring openness in the entire process. This is why we have set aside the bill now. No, it's merely for information. It's an avenue, particularly the opposition, to understand. They should be happy about this process. They should be happy about this process. I don't know why they are not happy. So please, you can take the floor. You can man the podium.
Go now.
President of the Senate,
Senator Ndume, resume your seat.
President of Nigeria set up this Presidential Task Force Committee to review our tax law and fiscal landscape. They've worked for over 1 year, and the output of their work is what it is before the distinguished senator as the 4th tax bill. Here with me today is Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, the chairman, Presidential Task Force on this committee that Mr. President set up. And with your permission and the time, I will just yield to him to lead us through the introduction and the item on the bills, and we'll be here to answer the question. So I invite Mr. Taiwo Oyedele.
Clients, if they can project it from the control room, it will guide our conversation. So I want to start briefly by providing some background to the work that the committee has done that led to the tax reform bills. On the
Point of order.
Thank you very much. So first is to look at
Wait. What order?
Order 52.
Order 52.
Mr. President, my name is Senator Ndume. I represent Borno South. I'm not here as Senator Ndume. I'm as Ndume. I'm Senator. And the rules of debate, 52(7) says, it shall be out of order to use offensive and insulting language. You called what I just mentioned on the point of order that I raised, you sitting there to say it's rhetorics. I think it's very unfortunate, and you should apologize.
Well, I don't think the word rhetorics is a negative word. It's not an offense. Nobody used that against you. In the context it was used, it wasn't used against you. It was a general statement. I therefore rule out of order. Those in favor of the motion moved by the leader and second by another leader, please say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Well, let me make it very clear. Because we told Nigerians that after their presentation we allow senators to ask questions. We have not moved away from that. By tomorrow when we shall continue, we will still invite them for questions. So this adjournment will allow senators to prepare their questions so that they can ask them. So anyone that has any questions should put that together. When they come back tomorrow, we are now well informed, then we can ask them. And one can see now that those who are objecting to this kind of arrangement may not be right after all. Because information is power. You need to be informed. There's nothing wrong with what they've done. So let's all be patient whenever we are going through this kind of arrangement. So passing a bill is not something that you just do it at a go. There will still be public hearing, there will still be other processes to go on with it. Then later it will be brought again to the plenary, and then it will be passed clause by clause. So it's a very long process. This is not it is just the beginning of the entire thing. It's the beginning of the beginning. So please, let's all be patient. You can have your view, but let's be well knowledgeable about whatever we want to do. Thank you very much. This August Senate is adjourned till tomorrow by 11 a.m. prompt. 11, everybody knows tomorrow.
Senator Ndume. Anyways, to be honest, that was not nice. Yes, because you are there for the interest of the people of Nigeria, not for you. Do you understand? So that's not nice at all. And I like what his name, Bamidele Abilisi. I like what you did, to be honest. And Senator Ndume, but you are not the only one. You are not the only senator there. So that was not nice. And this bill you guys are talking about, yes, you guys are there for the interest of Nigeria. Everything needs to be opened. And you're not the only one senator. The other senator too, they are there. Do you understand? So it was not, for me, that's not nice. And everybody needs to respect one another. Yes, I understand. So you are not the only one. A lot of people are in support of that bill, which I think it will go a long way, or at least. So that was not nice, to be honest, what Senator Ndume did. Yes. Anyways, I just do not want to. What do you think? Please share this video. And please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll be your guy. Run out for me now. Please.